is feeding the child?
Yeah, no mother, no father. No mother, no father.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
In 2016, an image circulated around the world that broke hearts and shone a spotlight on a tragic issue most had never encountered. The viral photo showed a volunteer, Anja Ringgren Lovén, offering water to a young, naked, and emaciated boy left for dead on the streets of Nigeria. He was abandoned because he was accused of being a child witch, a term that may sound surreal to many, but for this boy and others like him, it was a matter of life and death. This devastating moment was captured in a single photograph, which moved millions across the globe. But the true depth of his story, and what happened to this little boy in the years that followed, is something many people don't know. Today, we'll explore his incredible journey of survival, resilience, and healing, a story that will remind you of the power of compassion and the strength of the human spirit. Now, let's dive into this emotional story. And before we begin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update from this channel. Even though it's illegal to label a child as a witch in Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria, where this boy was found, such beliefs persist in some communities. Accusing someone of witchcraft is a devastating curse, but it's even worse when the target is a child. In these places, belief in witchcraft runs so deep that children accused of being witches are often ostracized, abandoned, and in some cases, even murdered. These children face unimaginable horrors. They are denied food, care, education, and shelter, often left to fend for themselves in a world that has turned its back on them. Some religious leaders in Nigeria exploit these beliefs, accusing children of witchcraft and charging desperate parents for exorcism services. But when parents can't afford to pay, or when they believe the superstitions so deeply, they see no other option but to abandon their children, sometimes leaving them to die alone. This is exactly what happened to the boy in that viral photo. His parents, convinced that he was a witch, left him on the streets with nothing, believing that his mere existence posed a danger. For 8 long months, this little boy wandered the streets, surviving on scraps of food from strangers and scavenging through trash for anything he could eat. He was just a child, yet he was left to battle hunger, thirst, and the harshness of life on his own. People saw him. They walked past him. But no one stopped to help. Every day that passed brought him closer to death. He was nothing more than skin and bones when Anja and her team found him. Anja Ringgren Lovén, a Danish aid worker, had dedicated her life to helping children like him through her organization, the African Children's Aid Education and Development Foundation. One fateful day in January 2016, as she drove through the dusty roads of southeast Nigeria with her husband David and their team, she spotted the boy.
What is wrong with the child here? What is wrong with the child?
The child.
Yes.
Hungry. No mother, no father.
Can we give the child some food?
No food, no mother, no mother.
His condition was horrifying. He was frail, naked, and barely alive. Anja's heart broke at the sight of him. Without hesitation, she stopped the car, knelt beside him, and gently gave him water from a bottle. It was likely the first kindness he had known in months. But that was just the beginning of his journey. Anja wrapped the boy in a blanket, held him close, and rushed him to the nearest hospital. She didn't know if he would survive. The child was so weak, so fragile, that every breath seemed like it could be his last. In that moment, Anja gave him the name Hope because she couldn't bear the thought of him dying without a name, without dignity. Once they reached the hospital, the doctors were shocked by the boy's condition. His body was riddled with parasites, and he was severely malnourished. He needed immediate blood transfusions and treatment for his numerous medical issues. The doctors told Anja and her husband that they had arrived just in time. Any later, and Hope might not have made it. 4 days, they prayed for a miracle, as the child's life hung in the balance. Anja, knowing how important it was to raise awareness, shared a video of herself giving Hope water, along with photos of his condition. The images went viral almost overnight, and the world responded with an outpouring of love and support. Donations flooded in, raising over $1 million for Anja's foundation, allowing them to continue their work rescuing Nigeria's so-called witch children. As the weeks passed, something incredible happened. Hope began to recover. Slowly but surely, he gained strength, and his once lifeless body started to show signs of life. The transformation was nothing short of miraculous. 2 months after his rescue, Hope was unrecognizable. He had regained his health, his smile, and even began to play with other children at the orphanage Anja and David ran. They had taken him in, not just as another child in need, but as their own son. A year later, Hope's progress was nothing short of remarkable. He had fully recovered, was attending school, and had integrated into a loving, supportive environment at the orphanage. Anja, who had become his mother in every sense of the word, shared updates on his progress with the world. Hope had gone from being a starving, abandoned child to a happy, healthy boy who loved going to school, playing with his friends, and creating art. Hope discovered a passion for painting, and his work quickly gained attention. People were moved by his story and his creativity, and soon, his paintings were being sold to support the orphanage. Anja affectionately called him her little Picasso, watching with pride as the boy she had once feared wouldn't survive blossomed into a creative and talented young artist. But Hope's story doesn't end there. In 2022, he reunited with his biological father. Anja shared photos of their emotional reunion, describing how excited Hope was to show the other children pictures of him and his father. And in 2023, another significant event took place. Hope met his mother for the first time. His mother had been just 15 years old when she gave birth to him after being impregnated by a village head nearly 50 years her senior. She had been a child herself, and the circumstances surrounding his birth were tragic. Over time, Hope came to understand her situation, and he found it within himself to forgive her. Today, Hope continues to thrive. He still lives at Land of Hope, surrounded by a large family of children who, like him, were abandoned because of superstition. He has taken on the role of a helper at the orphanage, supporting Anja and David as they continue their life-saving work. The donations from people all around the world have allowed them to expand their mission, and a new orphanage is currently being built, ensuring that more children can be saved from the horrors of abandonment and superstition. For Anja, the greatest reward is seeing these children smile. Hope's smile, in particular, has become a powerful symbol of what can be achieved when people come together in the name of love, compassion, and humanity. His story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the profound impact one act of kindness can have. But while Hope's story has a happy ending, there are still many children facing similar fates. It's a sobering reminder that there is still much work to be done, and we must continue to fight for those who cannot fight for themselves. Hope's journey teaches us that no matter how dark the situation may seem, there is always a glimmer of light when people choose to care. He was a child abandoned by his own family, left for dead due to superstitions that robbed him of a chance to live. Yet, through the love and kindness of strangers, his life was transformed. Hope's story reminds us that the power of compassion can overcome even the most deeply rooted fears and misguided beliefs. It is a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the importance of standing up for those who are most vulnerable. This story also serves as a call to action, urging us to open our eyes and hearts to the injustices that still plague our world. The children who are abandoned, like Hope, are not forgotten because of their own failures, but because of the ignorance and fear that persist in their communities. We must challenge these harmful beliefs and stand in solidarity with those who are marginalized. Just like Anja did, each one of us has the power to change a life by simply showing love and refusing to turn a blind eye to suffering. Hope's transformation from a starving child on the brink of death to a thriving boy full of life is a living example of what humanity is capable of when we act with empathy. In the end, Hope's smile is more than just a symbol of his survival. It represents the enduring possibility of redemption and renewal. He embodies the profound impact that love, support, and second chances can have on a life. His story challenges us to see beyond appearances, to look past our own prejudices, and to believe that every child, no matter where they come from or what they have endured, deserves a future filled with love, dignity, and opportunity. We are reminded that it only takes one act of kindness to bring hope into the world, and from that hope, anything is possible. What do you think of Hope's incredible journey? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you were touched by this story, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more stories like this. Until next time, stay safe and keep spreading hope.